Hello everyone, this video is just to check about how to pass arrays as function argument. So like we can pass an integer variable as a function argument, we can pass float variable, character variable also. So similarly array is just another kind of data type and we can pass an array also as a function argument. So this is one method, like we have the name array, it is of type integer, my array is of type integer and size is 24, and this my function is my function. This function take my array as an argument and side by side we pass its size also. So array size usually passed but not required, so useful to iterate over all the elements. So first thing is that array passed by reference. So whenever you pass array, so like you know when we have to pass a variable by reference, we have to create a reference variable, but by default arrays are passed by reference. Function can modify original data. So when we pass arrays by reference, we can modify original data also. Function knows where the array are stored. It means function knows the address of first element of array and it can change memory location also. Individual array element passed by value. So we can pass like this is my array 3. So it means when this variable my array has 24 integer values. So this is its third value 0, 1 and 2. We can pass a single element of array also, and we can pass complete array variable also to the function. So let's say there are two methods how we can pass, and then we can do so many things with arrays and functions using pointers. Sorry. So that we are going to discuss when we will discuss about pointers. So first thing, we will discuss how to pass arrays as function arguments. So let's check directly on Visual Studio that how to pass arrays as function arguments. We have an array here, and let's say my array is a, int a, and let's say the maximum size of array is 20, and then we can declare means we want to choose the size maximum up to 20. So cout input size of array, and go to the next line, cin n. Now I will write a function to read that array, means to take input and to take give us output. Let's say void read underscore array, and this function take an array as arguments. So when this take array as argument, we can declare it array here and size here. So just leave just blank square bracket is just to tell the compiler that this is an array. And what will be the size? The following variable will be the size of array. So now let's say for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. We are going to input the array. Cin a of I. Similarly, we are going to print the array. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, cout a of I, and then just go to the next line, and here we can write input array elements, cout input array elements, and here we can write, okay, here I should write end line, and here we can write cout just to differentiate, end line, and cout array elements are. Okay, and then what we can do, we can call our function here. We can call this read array function, read underscore array. My function name is read underscore array, and that function take two arguments. One is an array, and then another one is size. So when we call it, we simply write array name and size of array. Do not write square brackets. But when you declare this, you should write a square bracket. Okay, now let's run it. So when we will run it, first it will ask for size of an array. So let's say my size is 5. Now it is going to ask input array elements, and then it is going to show us. Now here you can do one more thing. For example, because our maximum array size is 20, so you can say if n is less than equal to 20 or n is greater than equal to 0, and so both conditions should be true, then we will call read array function. Else we will say input array size, input n, we can write n should be greater than equal to 0, n should be greater than equal to 0, and n should be less than equal to 20. End line. So now let's say I write 25. So it will tell me the size of n. It's not going to take input. So this is how we can pass an array as into a function. So let's check it again. What I did, I declared a function, and function is taking one array as an argument, and following is the size of array. Okay, if you do not want to give this array size like this, you can simply pass it here. That is also okay. You can simply pass it here, but here because this array variable and this array variable are different, so you cannot pass a that number variable. You should pass a constant. So let's say it is 5. So here always our array size will be 5. Or what you can do, if you want to pass n, so what you can do, declare here 20, and then instead of writing this n here, do it there, int n, and then you can write input size n, and this everything should be there. Just a minute. Then you can go for this, and then if n is greater than 0, then you will input and output array. So here you can write everything here, and then simply you can call the function. Okay, so this is another method where you can directly write array here. There is no need to pass the size separately. So because our function take only one argument, we will pass it as array. Now let's run it. Now let's say input size of array, let's say 3, then element are 1, 2, 3, and then it is going to print it. So simply whatever you did it here for array size, you can put some conditions for array size here also. So I should put it here. Then you can put some condition inside if to check array size, that array size, whatever array size entered by the user, that is less than equal to 20 and greater than equal to 0, that you can do. So there are two ways. Either you can simply pass array, or you can pass an array and size separately. So it's your choice. This is how you can pass one-dimensional array as function argument. So in the next video we will check something other important things. Thank you.